Are you ready to graduate from sweet cocktails, but things like gin and Campari scare you? Let me introduce you to the Jasmine Cocktail and our special version, the Grapefruit Jasmine Cocktail. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. On this channel, we teach you all about celebrating. We show you recipes for food, hors d'oeuvres, cocktails, and we share entertaining tips too. Now we try and keep everything as simple as we can, especially for those of you out there who say that you just can't do it, because we know you really can. So if you like today's episode, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and get a new episode every single week. Today, our celebration begins, like most celebrations do, with cocktails. Now you see, I'm here in my bar. I'm not in my kitchen today. We're in the bar here at LG Manor. And we're going to be making two cocktails. We're going to be making first a jasmine cocktail. Now jasmine is a newer cocktail. It was made up in 1990, and it uses gin and Campari. Now, I've used Campari before when I've shown you how to make Negronis and Negroni Sbagliatos. Campari is a bitter liqueur if you've never had it. It's Italian. And it's a little scary, so this cocktail softens it a bit and makes it a little friendlier. So let's get started. First, we need gin. I'm using today Tanqueray, so use a good gin, whatever kind you like, but use a good gin. Don't use, Uncle Joe's bathtub gin that you've bought in the gas station. Get a proper gin. 3 ounces. Let's bring this a little closer. 1. 3 ounces. Next, 1.5 ounces of fresh lemon juice. Now, I really mean fresh lemon juice. Don't use the bottle stuff this time. Squeeze them yourself. Now, what I did is I squeezed several lemons to get a good amount of juice, and I strained them to get the pulp out. Not that it'll change the taste of it at all, but it'll make it more clear for you. And you want a nice clear drink. But fresh is best. 1.5 ounces. Right in. Next, our Campari. Now you see it's this lovely red color. It's just going to give this nice citrusy bitter taste and a lovely color. Wait till you see it. Just 0.5 ounce. Doesn't take a lot. There we go. Finally, we're going to use Cointreau. Cointreau is an orange-flavored liqueur. If you can't find it or you don't have it, you can use triple sec. But I'm going to use Cointreau today. Also, 0.5 ounce. There we go. All right. Now it's already looking pretty, isn't it? Now we're going to do this, shake it over ice. So we need a shaker full of ice cubes. Alrighty, right in. Now for my favorite part, shaky, shaky. All right, now you know what's next? Chilled glass. Now I usually keep my glasses in the freezer, but since we're demonstrating today, a way you can chill your glasses is by filling them up with water and ice, and that will chill them down too if you don't have room in your freezer. Let's dump that. Let's give this a pour. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Ooh. And we're just going to garnish that with a little lemon peel. Now, this looks like a Cosmo, doesn't it? It's very pretty. It's not a Cosmo. It's a fuller flavor. It's more sophisticated. But let me taste it just to be sure. You know, these things I do for you. That's good. It's tart from the lemon juice, but it's softened from the orange liqueur, and there's just a hint of bitterness from the Campari. It's kind of in the background. So it's very citrusy forward. It's a little sophisticated. It's almost like grapefruit, but not quite. So that is a jasmine. Very, very refreshing. Now, give me a minute. I'll clear this up, and then we're going to make our second cocktail, which is a grapefruit jasmine. Now it's time to make our grapefruit jasmine cocktail. Let me tell you about this. This is made with a grapefruit liqueur called Pamplemousse. Now, Pamplemousse is French for grapefruit. Now, Phil and I have been wanting to make a grapefruit forward cocktail for years, and we've tried recipes we found online. We tried making things up just to no success. Finally, our friend Jonathan gave us this bottle last year, and as soon as we learned about a jasmine, we thought, it's kind of like grapefruit. And we went, oh, what happens if we use this? Well, I'm going to show you. So let's get started. We're going to start with our gin. I need the 3 ounces, just like before. There's 1.5, and then another quick 1.5 to make 3. 1.5 ounces of fresh lemon juice like we did before. That doesn't change. Right in. 1/2 of Campari, just like before. Now it's not quite the same ratios this time, same measurements. This time with this pamplemousse, we're going to use 3/4 ounce of the pamplemousse. And that's because it's a little sweeter. The grapefruit flavor is a little more subtle with the Campari, even though it's a grapefruit liqueur. We want to use just a little bit more of it in there to really kind of punch up the grapefruit flavor. Now again, how pretty is that? Same thing, shaking over ice. We always shake our cocktails. Okay. Let's just pour that in. And our little shaky shaky. Alrighty. Our chill glass. Here we go. Slightly different color. Not much, but slight. I'm going to garnish this with a slice of actual grapefruit just to reinforce that it's grapefruit cocktail. Look at that. How pretty. Now let's just take this off and give it a little taste. That is delicious, especially if you love grapefruit. Again, the Campari gives the color, and there's a background bitterness. It's very, very subtle in the back of your palate. This is very grapefruit forward, so if you love grapefruit, you'll love this. They're bright and refreshing, these two cocktails, and well sophisticated. Not for the faint of heart, and they're certainly not Cosmos. So here are two, side by side, our two cocktails today. Our jasmine and our grapefruit jasmine. Variations of a theme, but both delicious and both easy to make. So that's our recipe for today. As always, we will have these recipes up on the comment section on YouTube. And make these cocktails, take pictures, and keep sending us pictures and comments on Facebook. We always answer every single one. We love hearing from you every single week. So that's our show. Until we see you again next Tuesday at 7 p.m., I'm your host, Peter Lee. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.